My name is Amy. I'm going to be a senior at Ithaca College, and I'm an environmental studies major. In Dublin, I chose to do the full-time internship because I wanted a full working experience of what it was like to intern abroad, and I picked Dublin because I'd heard a lot about how it was kind of on the cusp of becoming a sustainable city, that they weren't quite there yet, that there were a lot of programs that they needed to work on, and so I was just kind of interested in seeing how the European transition to sustainability is going versus the United States transition. When I was choosing my placement for Dublin, I actually had two different options. One was a little bit more of a risk. I was kind of uncertain about what the company actually did and what my responsibilities would be. And then the other one, I was much more sure they gave me a more structured plan of what my day-to-day tasks would be. But I also felt like it maybe didn't give me the best reward. Like, I felt like I would do really well there, but I also kind of wanted something that was different, that would open more doors for me in the field, and so that's why I picked Sustainable Nation Ireland. Sustainable Nation is actually more of a finance and business focused company, so they are all about the promotion of sustainable finance and business within Ireland to try to draw in investors into the Irish market to show that we are a stronghold for green bonds, sustainable finance, and innovative startups that deal with climate tech. So one of the things that I struggled with when I was choosing Sustainable Nation was the fact that I was confused about what they did. And so that was actually one of my first tasks, was to do a complete website redesign proposal for how to restructure the website so that we increased our clarity and that our message was clear across the board. And so I did a lot of graphic design stuff with that, some web reformatting, and then I went into writing blog posts because I'm a writing minor. So I did blog posts on our Climate Launchpad and Climate Kick Accelerator programs, which are all about innovative and clean tech companies. So the first week was actually a little rough because it was just me and my supervisor in the office, but then once more people started to trickle in, there's about 5 people who are there kind of on a revolving basis every day. I felt more comfortable, and they really were super welcoming. They were always saying hi to me. They all knew who I was even before I was going to get there, and they were honestly just the most amazing people that I've probably ever met in my entire life. And they would always encourage me. Anytime I would hand in something, they would send it around to everyone in the company so that they could all read it, and then they would all reply back and be like, "Great job, Amy, that was great, so nice to see." And whenever they talk about me to other people when we were at conferences and stuff, they would always say things like, "We're so proud of everything that she's done," and it just made me feel really included and involved, and they actually really wanted me to be there, and I was doing helpful things for them. So during one of our final weeks in Dublin, my company took us out on an excursion to celebrate my 8 weeks here and my departure, and we went on a cruise around Howth. So we went to the whiskey distillery and we went out to dinner, and it was just an amazing thing that I hadn't expected would happen. This internship definitely changed how I think about my future career. I feel like I'm less worried about finding a job in the environmental field as long as I feel like I'm making a big difference and that I have a purpose. That was originally why I picked the environmental field, is because I knew something had to be done about climate change, and I wanted to do something that I felt like was actually going to help change the world. And as long as I feel that sense of purpose and that sense of community that I felt at this internship in my workplace, then I honestly don't really care what the field is as long as I have those two things. I have some advice for future environmental students and really any other college students thinking about interning abroad, and that is, it's really useful to see a different side of your major, because in my school, everyone loves being outside all the time. They all want to do research outside or work in the National Park Service, and that's great, but I feel like it was really useful for me to see, you know, the more corporate finance business side of the environment, because I mean, it is true, money makes the world go around. So, you know, you have to learn that. And I think within any major, you should try to see like what you're used to in class from a different side.